are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Goof On, everybody. My fault again. No, I didn't fall asleep. It was supposed to be for 9. God, I forgot today. Shit. Yeah, my bad. It's Wednesday. But we're here. So I appreciate those who hung out and are here for the live show. So with that being said, I'm sorry, but at least I'm here. I could have just scheduled it for tomorrow and said, but I didn't. I thought I'd stand up to it and say, I messed up. I'm human. Do you know? Since I had the gallbladder out, we haven't missed one show. And that's 5 weeks. 5. We even did one on Christmas and Martin Luther King Day. And I'm making coffee and I'm going to go get it right now because I don't want it to get too cold before I put the powdered cream in, because then it coagulates differently and it doesn't, disappear, vanish, vasoon. So I'll be right back. Just give me 30 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. On time and space. That's the way we do it, huh? Look at that, right on time. And that's right, tonight it's Seinfeld's cup. Again, I had it last night, I know, but the coffee tastes funnier coming out of this cup. And I changed my light. Have you noticed a little differently? You can see more age now on me. I'm not so reflective. Yeah, I was trying all different things today. And I noticed that when I changed the light, it made, this was like, this is what I had it on. It's too bright, and I'm always, hey. And then I found this. I'm so out of shape right now. It's terrible. But with that being said, I don't have the thing in my arm anymore. I would show you, but my arm looks like a toothpick, and I'm embarrassed about these little. I mean, they're double the size of my finger. It's this. This is how big my arms are now. So we're gonna start working out mañana, tomorrow. I was supposed to work out tonight, but with the situation that arose, and I forgot. Because I'm supposed to be there at the gym now. But no, everything's fine. We'll do it tomorrow. Wait. We will do it tomorrow. And I'm thinking, along with my moderators, Samo and Marcel, we discussed possibly going tomorrow morning. That's only 7 hours from now at 8 o'clock after Amy. Hey, let me tell you, if there's a show up tomorrow at 8 a.m. from Goof On, it would only be a 1 hour long show. We want to test it out. We want to test the market and see if people come running. See if they like us in the morning. You never know. There may be a whole boop to the morning. We may become the View. Oh. I said the View. Oh. 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 I can't say the View. Roll call, everybody. What are we doing tonight? Whistleblowers again? Don't worry about tonight's show. We're just talking. Welcome to the show, Tractor Basil. Welcome to the show, Samo. Welcome to the show there, Ian McFadden. How do you been there, laddie? How do you look mighty stout, you do, ya? Welcome to the show, Jeanette. How you doing? Good to see the angel of Goof On sprouting her wings at 4 in the morning. What time is it over there? 10, 11, 12, 2 a.m. You really are the angel of Goof On, huh? Unreal. No, I mean, all of yous. But she's in, another country. Hey, what's up, Andrew? AR in the house. The Rollins. Why did I say the Rollins? Alien Bug. What do you say? That's a good little name you got there, huh? Fits right in. Derek, did I say it? If not, I'll say it again. Welcome to the... nobody's here anymore. Nobody's here. Thor Panku, you'll be sleeping. It's all right. We're trying it out. I've never done... I don't know if I've ever gone 8 in the morning. I don't know. I want to try it. Nobody's here. Yeah. We're going to have half the crowd. That's okay, though. They're all over at that other show. You know what? It might be a good idea. Because tonight's show right here. That's all I got to say about that. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. John Grubb, Wagner. There you are. Kelly Lewis with the EW. Welcome to the show. Ozzy Tiger, what do you say? Welcome to the show. Hi, Paul Richardson. I just got in. I almost called 911 and thought he was joking. Glad you didn't. Thank you, and welcome to the show. Now we can start, because Iceman Gambino, where have you been? How you doing? Love that red, black. Love the icon. You're the only one that I see that has those two colors done so well. I don't know, but welcome to the show. I like Iceman Gambino. That's like gangster. That's what it is. Hey, intergalactic angler. Welcome to the show. I never spend this much time doing intros. Do I? Alex, what do you say? 2 ways are better than one. Hey, man. Speaking of, where's Bob Birkins been? And then I heard Stephen CARNE the other night was talking like he was saying goodbye to all of us, right? What was that about? And where is he? Luna Sparkles, how you doing? You know, is he dead? Did he take himself out? I mean, that's what it sounded like. Samo, how you doing? As I talk like this, and, you know, did he take his own life? Kelly Lewis, how are you? I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, it's, sometimes, you know Sapphire Elf, remember? He would come in, talk that way. I'm ending it all. He's back the next night. Oh, I drank too much. Myself, I said, I'm done with ufology. I can't go on anymore. This stinks. I just can't. I can't. Next day, I don't know what I was thinking. I smoked too much. Yeah, whatever. We all have emotional days. Sometimes, you know, we say things in the hopes that somebody will recognize the signs. You know, I need help. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. It couldn't have been coffee. Sometimes people mean it, you know. I don't know. I guess I'll email Steven. I think I have his email. See if he was, you know, maybe a little 2 sheets to the wind or half in the bag, as they say. So I hope it's that. And we are only human, intergalactic angler. You got that right. What? And then someone called Simon came in saying he passed. Really? Well, yeah, that is true. I don't know. So many people coming in from all places in life in the world. I wish all the best and everyone support each other. Alien Bug couldn't have said it better. Yeah, hi, Lunar Sparkles. I don't know. Some people saying, yeah, he bit the bullet. Because what he said, if I would have read that during the show, because I didn't know, I'm doing the show. And he did it at a time where I must have not been looking over. Because he said, I wanted the last voice to be yours that I hear. Yeah. Do you know it took every ounce of strength not to burst out crying? I don't know how I'm doing it, but I didn't think I would. And I'm trying not to. But if that's true, yeah. I didn't think about it because when Michael told me, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, he's done that before. You know, we've had people do it in the past. And I mentioned Sapphire and a couple other people that have done the same thing. And they come back and, you know, with a different perspective on life. But a lot of people out there are suffering. And Stephen CARNE said he was in pain. Can't handle it anymore. Well, yeah, let's move on. If he did pass on, and he's here with us now, you gotta give me a sign, bro. You just can't be doing that and then no sign. Who does that? Who dies and then we ask for a sign, you don't give it? Now give it. Let's wait. Stephen Carne, do I need to get the Ouija board out? I'll do it. You know I will, Carne. God dang it, if he did. Ah. Yeah, give me a second, will you? I'm just trying to shake it off. All right. Sadly, and I don't mean this in a bad way, life does go on. I didn't know we were going to talk about this. All right. I'm going to start let's wet the oh, no, before we wet palettes, which is what I say before I show you some video. I'm doing a nice little thing for the show. Some of you, voiced your concerns about the ads that are on the show, right? Well, to combat that, in a way, I think it'll help. I put chapters into the show. And that means you can go to last night's show and you can see it's sectioned off in chapters. I'll show you real quick. It's pretty cool. Because you can bypass a lot of stuff and just go to the chapter you want to watch. I used to do these, but then it didn't seem like people cared, and I didn't have ads at the time. But here you ever pushed it. Here you can see different cutouts and different words. Orb, UFO, or balloon, there. I have to believe the impossible now. It's all an illusion. What's biologics? And then you click on it, and this isn't the best part. I'll show you in a second. Right? Video here explaining what oh, here we go. Right there. You're right on biologics. Perfect. Doesn't get any better than that. Want to start at another place? We're halfway through disclosure. What? Way to disclosure. I think unbelievable how it starts right there. So those are chapters. Now, I like this too. Chapters is cool. Don't forget, it's in the description. You hit more, and there's all the chapters. Now, I don't know. Oh, and then here they are down here if you want to look at them all. So you can look at all the chapters, see, one at a time, and here they are here. So it's pretty cool how they do that. And then if you want to go, Lou told their demons at 2:22:15. What? I click it. I don't know what's taking so long. Lou. Oh. Hey. Hey, Lou. Don't make me look. Figures Lou would make me look bad. Why isn't it not working? Oh, wait. Here it is. Oh, here it is. It's up here because I have it paused. Look at me. Hey, dude, Lou. The reason he quit is that we're not going to give you what you want, especially on this, because, Lou, they're demons. Demons! And that's the new thing. So hope you enjoy chapters from now on Goof On. Yeah, it takes about 10 minutes to put them up. Not bad. 10 minutes I don't get back, though. No, I'm kidding. I like doing it because this way, people who aren't here, or who aren't going to watch 2 hours, they can pick and choose. Oh, well, this looks interesting to me. So they click on that. Maybe that's it. All right. So let me show you this video. to UFO video. It says here, it says, let me pull it up. Sorry. Enigma Labs. This is from Osiris on X. Come on. There we go. Enigma Labs, the trusted destination for UFO sighting. All right. By using modern technology, we will crowdsource this age-old mystery together. Okay, to advance, All right, they're just throwing an ad down there. We're a team. Okay, we get it. All right, I see what they did. They threw this as an ad for their... okay, nice. Cute. Way to trick me. Okay, what do we got here? What the fuck was that? Excuse me?
Look, it's doing it again. Look, it's doing it again.
Look, it's doing it again.
What?
Look, it's doing it. What is that? It's doing it again. Oh my God. Hey.
We really see this.
What is that?
Oh, it's birds.
Dude,
it's
what
birds.
The fuck is that?
They're migrating birds. You know how they fly together in sync?
Does this disappear?
No, it's right there.
Okay.
That's what it is, Chikaruski. It's birds. It's birds. See, this is why ufology needs me.
It disappeared.
They didn't disappear. You're out of focus, yin yang. Oh, there they are. And there they aren't. All right, that was it. Sorry, that's just how I feel. So there we go. Another misidentification. Jeremy Corbell still a disinfo agent? The answer is yes. He's still a disinfo agent. George Knapp, is he in on it? By association, he is. So is George Knapp a disinfo agent as well then? Well, he is, but he doesn't want to put his name on it. Let's go on, shall we? Thank you, Osiris on X, for nothing but birds. Did you see it? It was birds. It was birds. Oh, no. Oh. I love when people talk about biologics. Hold on. I don't think we watched all of this yesterday because it was too much Lou, I think. I think we had too much Lou yesterday. You know what we're doing today, don't you? You know what today's show about? You know what? No. I'm doing what the government's doing. You shouldn't be mad. You should be happy. At least we're doing something. Oh, what are we doing? That the government's doing? Well, if the government's going to keep giving us whistleblowers, which everybody seems to love, right? I'm going to keep talking about it. I mean, really, what do you want? What do you want me to go over history? You want to talk about UFO history? You go to Dolan, you go to Schratt for the history, all right? You go to Linda Moulton, Howdy Doody, Fresh and Fruity for history. You want current events, you want fresh sightings, you want to feel what's going on in the community, sometimes behind the scenes, and things that go bump in the night. You come here almost knocked over a whole shitload of coffee. How that, they're trying to get me. That's what we do. All right? We're current. We don't go back, we go forward. We look to the back to get some information, but we don't stay in the back. We're moving forward. Capiche? And that's why we might be doing mornings at 8 o'clock. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll start next week. Come up with a plan. An hour in the morning, an hour and a half at night. That's twice as much work. Are you kidding? I don't know. It's a lot of work. I've been waiting for this to load and it's just spinning. Here we go. Let me try it again. Here we go. Look, it won't load. That is odd. Let me try it again. I think I need a new internet box Yeah, I go through this at every house I lived in. If you don't get new boxes within a couple of years, they seem to break down, or the technology's just burnt, or it's old, or I don't know. It's definitely not the computer. Because it's happening to my phone at the same time. That's why. That's why I think it's, when I leave the house, my phone works unbelievably fast on 5G, and I'm supposed to be working off Wi-Fi, and I gotta wait for something. I never waited for anything. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we played this yesterday, but you know what? I know. It's all right. A little reminder, because we're on 2 hours later, we got different viewers.
Kraft, multiple times, made comments about not knowing who is piloting them. This seems like an assumption, at least without proof. Does this mean there is proof, let's call that evidence because proof in science doesn't exist, that these are craft with pilots?
Well, let's break it down. Craft. Craft is a noun.
Oh yeah, we did this yesterday. Craft is a noun.
It's a physical object.
Isn't that the dumbest way to start an explanation of what he meant when he's talking about, is it a pilot? Do we have evidence of a pilot? Isn't that the dumbest way to start? Hey, let's start off with the pilot. Pilot is a noun. People, places, things. You got it? Write it down. I'll wait while I suck on this lollipop. Right? Like, who gives a shit? Because you know what he's doing? He's thinking. So he's buying time by saying nonsensical stuff so he can come up with the real bullshit that is being fed to him in those stupid, small, tiny, insignificant headphones. And that stained hat. Who wears a stained, sweaty hat on an interview? And you work for the government? Oh, where's your oil?
That allows the transportation of something from point A to point B. Whether it's a hovercraft, right?
I'm just saying.
Spacecraft or an aircraft, it's
Minecraft.
And so what defines a vehicle? Well, physical material.
What defines a vehicle, everybody? Don't you love the lesson? What defines a vehicle? A noun. That's right, dickhead.
There's something to it, nuts and bolts. I've made it very clear already my opinion about my assertion that there is material that is related to this topic that has been recovered. It
is my assumption. My assumption. My.
And so what defines a vehicle? Well, physical material. There's something to it, nuts and bolts. I've made it very clear already my opinion about my assertion that there is material that is related to this topic that has been recovered.
You get it? All right. Enough Lou. Boo-hoo, Lou. We'll be back to another business time. Boo-hoo, Lou. Hey, Anjali on X. I don't know where I got this from. Let's take a look at what's going on with the Anjali. Anjali. She says, well, let's start here in the middle because that's where all things come from, in the middle first. You go to stomach and then you go to reply. What? Don't worry about it. Could there be invisible entities that live within the electromagnetic field that are able to communicate with us through our technology? Yes! And I don't know. But yeah, what a great... Tom Thompson said that. Let's hear Anjali. Says there are entities who are able to remain undetected at will and communicate with humanity through the human biotechnology of the brain where the mind resides. The beings I know term it consciousness communication and conscious contact. Conscious communication and conscious contact. Okay. So I want to go and read if there's any more to what this Tom Thompson said. I'm clicking on it, and there's nothing else here. Nothing. Oh, he's coming to get me. Oh, okay. I thought that sometimes there's these are links to deeper of the story. Yeah, you know, where all the nuts and bolts are at. So I really like this, though, because it makes sense, doesn't it? Now, my thing is, if these beings, these invisible entities, are living in the electromagnetic, static, whatever attic you think they are living in, why don't we get more communication? I would think there would be thousands upon thousands of electrostatic, electromagnetic, energized beings wanting to talk to us. That's my only issue. It's like, I turn on my recorder, and 99,000 times, what is it? 1 out of 100 times that I do a session, I'll catch a weird EVP, like I did when I had the Ouija board session, and I heard dishes rattling. Like, why would I hear that? And then a pig snorting. They went like, that's creepy. You know what I mean? That's just downright wrong. And I want to know where those come from. And if they do come from this electromagnetic, what did he say? Electromagnetic field. That's all he's saying. If they come from the electromagnetic field, and there are entities that use it and hide in, become invisible, it's another loophole in the unprovable saga that is the paranormal. That loophole makes it all right. It brings it all together. Well, they got to live there. That's where they reside. Boom, no problem. Then they should be home when I ring their doorbell. How come they're never there? What are they doing? How come I put on my recorder and nobody's home? 99 out of 100 times. And that one time, I may miss it because it's like, and I didn't hear it because it was, it was nothing. So I miss it. Now I go another 100. Now it's 1 out of every 200. It's like, it is very, let's just say, painstakingly boring and exciting reviewing all these EVPs we do, because if you did a 10-minute session, you have to listen to the 10 minutes. You can't fast forward. You're going to miss that, because that is going to be your ticket to evidence. Then the haters will say, but you did the hava because you did it earlier and you didn't mention it. Listen. Oh, no. See, it sounds the same. But it wasn't me. It was the entity. No, it was you. You can hear it. You did it. Now you're accused of, well, not being a very good researcher. Then you got to deal with that. Hey, a little bit of advice. Next time you get something, Rich, make sure it's more than a, okay. Then you get something where they say, don't look. Excuse me? I said, don't look. You looked. Now we got to kill you. That's what you want. You want that, they call it Class A EVP. Another letter. Class A EVP. The best. The creme de la creme, they say, right? But I like it because where else would they be living? Oh, they're not living in the lava fields. They know that doesn't make any sense. Are they living in the ocean? No. Antarctica. The electromagnetic. Hold on a second. They are living in the electromagnetic field. They are. Oh. So we should be able to detect them, right? Well, they do say they live there. Oh. Anyone home? Give it a try. I don't know. Turn it on. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Is there anybody there on the other side? Why are you here? What is your name? Oh, it said my God. Did you say God? No, it's me, you idiot. They sound like what? He said he's tougher. He said F you. No, I didn't. No, what? I got you again. It's me. When I learned that Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures crew was doing the voices, I said, you know what? He is. Because there was a few episodes I was listening to those EVPs and I said, oh my God, that sounded just like Zach. You know? And I'm like, hey, I've been saying that from day one with Ghost Adventures crew. I used to say, he has full-blown conversations with these entities. Nobody else on the planet has full-blown conversations with these entities through that spirit box. But he was. And sure enough, man, he was. It was him. He was having a conversation with himself. What is your name? Zach. So is mine. No, that's my name. What is your name? Zach. Zach? Zach? Nick? What does he say? But with him, he would get it right every time. It was perfect. You know, the full-blown conversations. Are you the dead girl that died here? Yes. Yes. She said yes! She said yes! Are you 14 years old? Yes. Ah! Ah! I can't believe it! Holy shit! And then Zach would get me, shut it! And he'd tell everybody, shut up! Just shut, stop talking! Zing fein skin skat! Zonta zipta kotka! Is your name Heather? Yes. No! The guys just basically cream their pants. We did it! Hello? Yes. Is that you? Yes. It is you! Stop it! We thought we made contact. Those guys created the most ridiculous content on the stage. There's nobody better than the Ghost Adventures crew. And I loved it. I bought into it. I'm like, you know what it is, man? Like this guy, Zach, he's like connected. You know, he's in, man. It's like his body's just tuned in, man. Zach Bagans is just the man. It's like nobody's got a... And he's the beacon of all EVPs. There's nobody better than Zach Bagans. Nobody. What do you mean he's faking it? I knew it all the time. And then all these people, I knew he was faking it. It's too good to be true. And it's true. It is too good to be true. But I bought into it because I believed they wouldn't do something like that. And what do you think happened? Boop, did it. They did it. They took down the only thing that was true and dear to me. Zach Bagans is a fraud, and it's just not right. It's not right. You know, I asked him to be on the show once, twice, a couple times. And one time he replied, he said, bro, we're just so busy. Why don't you give me a call in August, which is like 6 months away. And I'm like, bro, I will do that. August 15th, right in the middle, so there's no problem. And he writes back, he says, bro, Cool. Emailed him August 15th. Bro, coming on? Who is this? It's Goofon. Talked to you 6 months ago. You said, call me now. Bro, I'm busy. Call me back in March. No. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, desperate me. Fool me 3 times, embarrassing me. All right. That was good, Anjali. Very good post on X about communicating with humanity through the human biotechnology of the brain where the mind resides. It's conscious communication or conscious contact. And there could be invisible entities that live within that electromagnetic field. It makes sense to a degree. My only problem is they're not always home. Answer the EVP calls when we're there. Okay? All right. Next up, what are we doing? Shanny Dehan? Who? Danny Sheehan? What about him? What about him? All right. Every day I said we are going to be going over the spooky hustlers of ufology by Stephen Greenstreet in the New York Post. Greenstreet documented all the years how these people, Lou Elizondo, Colm Kelleher, Brandon Fugel, Kane, and continue the story, because what we're doing now is going backwards to pull out what we need now. You see? It's the yin and yang of Goofon. I don't know. Could be. Hey, I forgot to say, if you want to help support the show, you can do that. We rely on you to survive, actually eat, drink, sleep, and do the show. All the links are in the show description. You can do Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You can also become a member. Oh, yeah, you can become a member. That's right. You get special perks like me and more me. So go ahead and see what it's all about if you're interested in keeping us afloat another minute. All right, here we go. Giddy up.
Appeared to just be a normal aerospace technology program.
Oh,
Senator Reid.
This is about, I picked a certain one. I thought I picked a certain chapter here. I don't know. This doesn't look like the one I wanted. Let's see if it goes into it.
Acquired.
I mean, look at the chapters. They're so close together.
The program. The OSAP contract was then put out in the public domain.
I didn't
for
want
solicitation.
that. This is the one I wanted, the Ghost Hunter.
Equal, a new sinister force
there we
arises.
Go. Remember this?
One of the most striking, jaw-dropping allegations they make about what happened at Skinwalker Ranch, this phenomena, is this malevolent, evil
I love this.
poltergeist that affects the health, affects people's health, their immune system, and attacks you.
Sure.
A poltergeist presence that follows people from the ranch to their homes in whatever state.
The hitchhiker.
The hitchhikers, they call them the hitchhiker.
You know what's funny about these people? They think they created this new language, right? It's called an attachment. Okay? And I'm surprised. No, actually, I shouldn't be surprised that Stephen Greenstreet didn't know or remember to say that, but hitchhiker, give me a break. Oh, hitchhikers are scary. Hitchhikers kill people when they give them rides. They do. It's just like the ghosts. They're very, very angry.
Hitchhiking poltergeists that
Stupid.
Follow you wherever
it's an
you
attachment.
Go and harm you. There's a story of a guy goes home from Skinwalker and it's attacking his son. It's affecting his wife. And they refer to it as an infectious agent. They refer to this poltergeist as like a pathogen, almost. And, they right here, infectious agent model. And then they bring up COVID-19. This is from the book. Just as the Wuhan Institute of Virology or the wet markets in China may have been the source of COVID-19, could Skinwalker Ranch be the source of an infectious agent?
That is so clickbaity bullshit. Isn't that amazing? They're saying if you go to Skinwalker Ranch, you run the risk of catching the virus. Are you ready? Called ghosts. Hey man, what's the matter? I've been at Skinwalker Ranch. Huh? I heard about that place. Is it true what they say? About what? I don't know. Weird activity and, creatures that change shape. There's ghosts. Huh? I've got one sitting right next to me. It's right here. Right now. And it's not real. Nah. COVID. It's like COVID. You're going to go there and you're going to get this ghost virus. You're going to go home with it and pass it off to your family and friends. Oh, that ghost, what an infectious ghost that is. It's like, a fly on the wall even. Oh, man, it's worse. It's a ghost on the wall. What a terrible virus. Man, they did everything to try to jack that stuff. That is nasty. Brandon Fugel would allow that kind of talk. It's just nasty. That's clickbait. It's trying to get eyes on your ranch to bring up the value to some gullible ghost hunter who may purchase that for double the price you paid. Or you're going to turn it into a paranormal Disneyland where people can pay, mostly rich people will pay mucho gusto bucks to have an experience that you'll create. We'll see. I bet you Brandon Fugel will turn Skinwalker Ranch into the scariest place on vacation. Yep. Not a bad idea. I just wish it was me doing it. That's all. It's a good idea if he does. I'm all for it. I mean, what else is the ranch doing? What they're doing is they're finding out nothing's really there. But they're telling the world there's something there. So what's going to happen is they're going to find out it's actually safe to bring strangers in and then turn it into a resort. And then once the rich people come in, do you really think the indigenous that are at that, because they know everything, they know all the plans. They know what Brandon is ready to do. If it's true. They heard all the conversations. We're going to turn this into a paranormal Disneyland. And the shadow's sitting right there next to him going, do it. Do it. Bring all your white friends here with money. Because we love the white man here. Oh, yeah. And they're just sitting there waiting. And then he's going to build that place in 5-10 years from now. He's sitting there with his plastics. And he's giving all this money away to all his friends because he needs that ego boost. And the next thing you know, he's got a hitchhiker. Oh, and I tell you, it's the worst hitchhiker you've ever known. He starts turning tricks. He's on his knees. The hitchhiker, not Brandon. What the hell are you talking about? Nah, it would be him. Brandon's like, man, I can't handle it anymore. This ghost is on my back every day. What happened to your accent? Oh, I forgot all about my German heritage. I forgot it. German? What are you talking about? I don't know who I am. You're Brandon Fugel. I am Brandon Fugel. Brandon Führer. Führer? No. Brandon Fugel?
And they're comparing it to COVID. Nick, if you were to experience an outbreak of something's happening, there appears to be an outbreak of some sort, who are you contacting?
I'm calling the CDC.
I called the CDC. They don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to Skinwalker.
Lies!
No one's ever picked up the phone and called the CDC. You call the CDC. You don't write a book for 1995. You don't write a book to say there's a...
Ah, busted. Busted. If it was like a corona thing, you would have called the CDC. You wouldn't write a book and say, we got a virus and it's called ghosts. You mean like ghosts? Like boo? Yeah, we got that here. I'm glad you wrote a book.
An infectious agent affecting the health of people. They're talking about infections, transmissible, outbreak. You don't call the CDC.
It's a contagion. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Don't pick up the phone.
It's a perfectly legitimate point, and I agree with you on it. I think the COVID-19 analogy was unfortunate, to say the least. And yeah.
And Nick Pope is friends with Brandon who needs enemies when you got friends like these, right? Unbelievable how they stab each other in the back every single time. Soon as one of them makes a mistake, they're like wolves, they're like hyenas. They're like predators. All right, that's enough Stephen Greenstreet. Oh, why am I sweating? I am sweating so much because I had a cup of coffee. So good. All right, let's start going rapid fire. Shall we? Is Grush being used? Now, you see the beautiful picture behind me, right? How many people believe he's got that look like I am a god right at this moment? Did you see me down there? I'm in the crowd. Right here. Yeah, I'm in there. I took George's spot perfectly. However, he had to have been thinking that at that time. More eyes were on David Grush at that moment in history. At that very moment, he was God. Was he? Was he? No. Far from it. And I don't want more. I don't want more whistleblowers because who cares? Who cares? It is such a waste of time. We know, okay? We know there's bodies. We know you got the craft. Why do we need more people to say that? End it. And just show us the evidence. Now, what better time than to shake up this shitty economy? It could revive the economy. God, I hope they're listening. Do you guys get it? Joe, Biden, are you listening? I said, are you listening? Just pull the plug, man. Do it. Do it. Tell the world we have alien technology, and I guarantee the economy will flip and everything would be unbelievable after it got bad. It would get bad at first, but it would rebound so fast within a month, right? That's all we have to endure is 1 month of bull, and then you'll be known as the man who brought aliens to the world. To the public, whatever you want to say, He saved our world. This technology changed everything. No more homelessness. No more death. Well, no more. Well, let's take death out. There's still death, just not as much, right? Cancers are healed. All these things that aren't like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, diabetes, all that stuff. Boop. Can you imagine? What would they do, the health industry? What would they do with free technology? Air. That's all we're using is air. That's it. No, not even air. We're using the electromagnetic field. No. Whatever gravity is, that's what we're using. We don't need gas anymore. Yeah. People think that if we switch to that type of technology where we don't need that type of fuel, that the gas companies will lose billions of dollars. Sure, at first. But it's only for a month. All you have to do is charge people for the time they're using the free energy. You're still making money. You just control the energy. That's it. You just control the time we use and you make it affordable because it's free. It's free energy. And what that means is the infrastructure doesn't have to be rebuilt every 20 years, for the wiring and all that stuff. All that will go out the window. You know how much money they would save on employees, on the hours they work, the hours they scam? Oh, we got 14 hours of overtime sleeping in my car. It would change everything. The world would have a knee-jerk reaction at first, and then things would level off. And believe you me, if we could just do that and do it quick, like a Band-Aid right off, Seinfeld, right? But is Grush being used? Makes me laugh. Yeah, used by seasoned showmen, as Stephen Greenstreet said, like Knapp and Corbell, who represent the cyclical, circular, profitable nature of American saucerism. Huh? It's true. No, aliens haven't visited the Earth. Why are so many smart people insisting otherwise? By Nick Baker. Did you guys read this? There's never been a worse time to be a UFO skeptic. Last month, Sean Kirkpatrick, the head of Pentagon office responsible for investigating unexplained aerial events, stepped down. When was this written, by the way? Because I don't want to get... This is a month ago. When was this? There's no date. No date. Yeah. All right, well, I'll keep reading. He said he was tired of being harassed and accused of hiding evidence, and he lamented an erosion in our capacity for rationale, evidence-based critical thinking. He's right. He may have been pushed over the edge by a pair of events that... hold on. That was an important ding. Bear with me. That was an important... Oh, boy. Okay. Just some stuff still going down. Okay. He may have been pushed over the edge by a pair of events from the past summer. In June of last year, Avi Loeb announced that he had found some tiny blobs of metal by dragging a magnetic sled over the bottom of the Pacific near Papua New Guinea. He claimed that these blobs were metallic droplets that had melted off an interstellar object that might have been a technological gadget with artificial intelligence, the product of being from another star system. In July, David Grush stepped out of the shadows to announce that the U.S. military establishment currently possesses a small fleet of non-human, pre-owned flying saucers. He didn't call them saucers, he called them UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena, which used to be called UFOs, but basically we're talking saucers. Grush's story first reached the public by Leslie Kean, who had co-written a hugely influential article about UFOs that appeared on the front page of the New York Times in 2017. She and Helene Cooper, a Pentagon correspondent for the paper, along with a writer named Ralph Blumenthal, revealed that Senator Harry Reid had gotten the Pentagon to create a secret, mysterious $22 million program to study UFOs. A few years later, Kean was the subject of a long profile in The New Yorker by staff writer Gideon Lewis Krauss with the web title, how the Pentagon started taking UFOs seriously. I don't know why we care. There was this guy, Grush, telling the world the government had crashed retrieval and reverse engineering programs for flying saucers that was totally super secret and that only people in the program knew about the program. Grush said he had learned about it while serving on a UAP task force at the Pentagon. He interviewed more than 40 people, and they told him wild things. He said he couldn't reveal the names of the people he interviewed. He shared no first-hand information and showed no photos. He said the program went back decades, back to the saucer crash that happened in Roswell, New Mexico. Like we're idiots. You know, I've said this every time. No more whistleblowers. Every time a whistleblower comes out, it's like a new Superman movie, retelling how Superman became Superman. I know. Christopher Reeves did it. George Reeves did it before him, and many others after. We know that Superman came from another planet that was like Earth, and when it got close to our sun, when it powers. We get it. Now show us the goods. I don't need whistleblowers telling me we got bodies, we got evidence, authors. Show us. Stop trapping, flapping. It's time. It is. It is. It's now. Now or never. Now. Biologics. Stop saying it. It's stupid. Stupid. Oh, yeah. Biologics. Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics? That would be non-human. And that was the assessment of the people with direct knowledge on the program. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong person. And that was the assessment of the people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program. Him and his nervous ticks because he's lying. Actually, he's probably not lying. You know what? David Grush is being used. 1,000%. And if anybody thinks differently, well, that's okay too, because I don't have proof of it. It just seems that way. GreenStreet even thinks it. This person thinks it. A lot of people think it. Why? Lack of evidence. And he's a hearsay whistleblower, which there is no such thing. Those two words should never be together. Whistleblower and hearsay. They don't exist together. That's like saying gun laws. What are you talking about? Enough of that. The Intelligencer. Great name for a magazine. The Intelligencer. What did I just say? A magazine? Shows you where I live. In the past. All right, let's go to Boohoo Lou. Are we prepared? Lou Elizondo delivers an emotional plea for humanity to rethink our origins and status in the natural world. Oh my goodness, he is such a, he's a prophetic what do they call those guys? That prophet, right? Like he's like Prophet Yahweh. He is. Lou is the new Prophet Yahweh. Prophet Elizondo. Lou Yahweh. God, none of those merge together well, right? Lou Yahweh. Yahweh Lou. That's the only way this works. Here's Yahweh Lou. Telling us about, well, you know. An emotional plea for humanity to rethink our origins. Just please, look how serious I'm going to act. Go.
Imagine
Oh, the seriousness. Oh, my
Imagine
goodness.
everything you've been taught.
All black. Oh, here we
Whether
go.
it's through Sunday school or through regular formal education.
This is the best
What our
comedy.
political leaders have told us, and yes, even maybe our mothers and fathers around the dinner table have told us, or maybe at bedtime, about who we are, right? And our background and our past. What if all of that turned out to be not entirely accurate? In fact, the very history of our species, the meaning, what it means to be a human being and our place in this universe. What if all that is now in question? What if it turns out that a lot of the things that we thought were one way aren't? Are we prepared to have that honest question with ourselves? Are we prepared to recognize that we're not at the top of the food chain?
Oh, God, no, stop it. With the piano in the back, that's beautiful. Thank you, Tupacabra. Lou is the best, isn't he? He really, without Lou, man, I'd be bored. What would we do, right? What would we do? It's just, humanity just doesn't know what it needs to know, you know? And what we know is, now, more than ever, we're not alone. At least not in this reality. And that's one thing we need to do as a species and as an individual. And that is to treat each other with respect, human dignity, and empathy. Without those three things, without those three important things, we're just like an animal, like a tiger, like a mongrel, like a javelin. We're not like that. We are human, and we deserve to be treated as such. And I, Lou Eleganzo, will be here forever. In your minds and in your hearts, in your DNA I go. I'm that important that there will be a statue erected of me right here tomorrow at noon. I am a god. I'm Lou Eleganzo. That's how that goes down. Be scared of that man. He is the Terminator. Lou will come for you. By the way, I don't know. All right, let's move on. Shall we? That was me being... Oh, you didn't get that? Let me do it again. Joking. Hey, did you know GREER? Do you remember GREER? We don't talk about GREER. You know why? proof. And I don't know why I stay away from them. I guess there's nothing really to go crazy over, but it matches perfectly everything Grush has shared to Congress. And Rogan is what he heard from Greer. Listen to this. Yeah. I bet you didn't realize this. It does. It matches perfectly. What you're about to hear matches perfectly with everything Grush shared to Congress. Congress, I tell you. And Rogan. I'm getting old. My voice is starting to change. This is from World War III on X. Right here on GoofOn. There you go.
1800s and 1929, there were a number of breakthroughs that ended up being suppressed. That had to do with creating very high voltage VHV systems so that you could create a vector into what's now been called the 0-point energy field. When Nikola Tesla died, this information that he had, which allowed for a car to run out of the ambient energy, was in documents confiscated by the FBI. And I have a Department of Defense document demanding that the FBI turn these over to the DOD. The FBI refused. By 1928 and 29, T. Townsend Brown, as well as the Kolosky-Frost experiment in physics in Germany, had determined that VHV, very high voltage systems, done in a certain resonant field, could result in so-called electromagnetic effect, the lifter effect that has been described.
Another word we have to lose, gravitic. It's gravity, dude. Stop trying to make it better 20 years ago. It's gravity. Electromagnetic gravitics. Just say gravity. You're not smarter than the rest of us. Actually, he's not, but he is, but he isn't. You do what he did for 40 years, you'd know everything he knows. Nothing. Not much. No, actually, Greer should be listened to a little bit. He does know some shit. That's no joke about it. He knows as much as Corbell and Knapp knows. Let me tell you that. But nobody, you add all three of those people up, nobody knows more than Sheehan. Let's just remember Daniel Sheehan when it all comes down to it.
Field could result in so-called electromagnetic gravitic effect.
Yeah.
The lifter effect that has been described, which you see in UFOs.
Sheehan will be the guy.
It also can create what's called a space-time bubble around an object so that you can correct for 1G. This is how these objects are traveling at multiples of what any aerodynamic physics would describe, and can make right-hand turns without killing the occupants. Around this same time, there was, in the 1940s and the late 1930s, a number of UFO sightings. This included the so-called Foo Fighters. Yes, it's a famous rock group. However, the Foo Fighters took their name from the reports of these objects seen in the theater of World War II that were flying around our aircraft. We thought it was a secret.
Okay. I love the Foo Fighters. Not the band. I think they're okay. I don't listen to their music. But good for them. But I like the sightings of the Foo Fighters because our adversaries were reporting them, and everybody was reporting these lights, these ball of lights that could make maneuvers that were unlike anything we have. And they were reported from everybody. I mean, they're real. What are they? That's not what a Tic Tac looks like. Tic Tac is not a ball of light. A Tic Tac is something that might be metallic or silicon in nature. Is it silicon? Silicone? Nah, I don't know what I'm saying. But you know what I mean. Come on, nuts and bolts. There we go. So, yeah. Well, here we go. Continue. It's very interesting. It's exactly what everybody says today, and this is 20 years ago.
Weapon of
right?
the Nazis.
Or is this 5 years ago? Is this the he looks a little bit, I don't know. He always looks like a reptilian to me. It's hard to tell.
Nazis thought it was a secret weapon of ours. There was Jimmy Doolittle, the famous general. His nephew is...
Oh, come on. They named a guy Jimmy Doolittle. Seriously? Why would a mother and father come up with that? Let's call him Jimmy. Nobody would beat him up with that first name. Doolittle? Hey, Jimmy, what'd you do today? A little? And then he'd say, no, did your mother? Oh, whoa. And then he gets beat up every day. But he got respect because he never backed down to nobody. As soon as you showed up, you say you're going to get your ass kicked. Huh? You know what I mean. Tony Soprano, everybody. That's right.
Dear friend of mine, and he has testified.
I had to tell you who it was because I couldn't even tell.
Was sent by FDR over to the European theater in World War II, investigated the Foo Fighters, and came back and told Roosevelt, and I quote,
"They'll be the best band ever."
Planetary vehicles. So by then,
Foo Fighter number one
program, and which was augmented further by events as mentioned in 1941, and then of course the famous Roswell event. Those events led to, as Philip Corso describes, a reverse engineering program. As you all know from the famous Wilbur Smith document of 1951 from Canada, it talks about that flying saucers exist, but there's a high-level team headed up by Dr. Vannevar Bush that is studying the, quote, modus operandi of these vehicles.
That's the guy who's going to do it all. He is going to be the guy that will announce disclosure when it starts. Danny Sheehan is going to be our Dr. Fauci. That is so stupidly real. Wouldn't you want the guy who knows and heard everything from everybody who's ever gone up against the government as a whistleblower to be the guy that seen all their evidence, to be the guy to tell us about aliens coming? I would trust Danny Sheehan. He's keeping secrets. You can trust that. I don't know how he's doing it. His brain must be going. Is that you, God? Can you give me another tone just like... What was that? What fell down? Wait, what was that noise? I know I moved, but there's nothing here that it could have been. I saw nothing. Oh, that is so weird. You guys have to be here to believe it. What was that? Oh, I was checking. I went to go check this. Okay. Hey, Shane Reed, everybody. Throwing down a $6 super dono. Is that the first? I think that's the first one tonight. Thank you very much. Yeah, if we don't go on at the right time, people don't support the show. It's okay. I understand you're mad. Thank you very much, Shane Reed. Thank you for being a continuing supporter of GoFund. It's a super dono, too. Thank you. No, really. Thank you. No. You. All right, me. No, you. I'm just kidding. Thank you. Mr. D.B. Cooper's here. Here? Where have you been? Happy New Year to you. Happy birthday, all that stuff. Hey, there's Dark Hour. Paranormal. What do you say, Mike? Yeah. Good to see everybody hanging out. At this hour? I know, we're still uppity. We're still doing it live. Like it's 1998. So, moving on. I got a UFO clip because it's that time. And this is from NASA. Yeah. I think you're going to like this one. I think you're going to like it a lot. You know why? Because it's from NASA. It's not from China. It's from NASA. Danny Sheehan has got the best head of hair in the business, though. Nobody does it better than Sheehan's wig. That is the best. I just... Should his eyebrows be the... do the drapes? You know, every woman in here was thinking that, geez, I wonder if the carpet matches the drapes. Oh, Oh, I would like to know. That's Danny Sheehan's bush. Oh, I'd love to see his, you know? Well, isn't this the bush on... Oh, they called that the bush? I've been saying it wrong for years and nobody corrected me. Ha 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 ha. All right, here we go. Sighting from NASA. Oh, must be real. Shut up. Oh, got it. Can everybody say it with me? Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dit dot dit dot. Dit dot dit dot. 55 on X's. Dorothy Hawkins. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. All right. What did we see? What did we see? Huh? Tell me, why is this important to ufology right at this moment? How is that evidence? Tell me. Where did it come from? Is it moving? The answer is, I don't know, I can't tell, and I don't know. It's horrible evidence. But it's evidence. It's horrible. It's horrible. But it's evidence. Yes and no. You want to know why I don't like dots? Because you can never tell what it is. That could be anything. It could be anything. It could be, could have dropped a nickel, a quarter, or maybe it's a piece of the shuttle or whatever they're riding on. It doesn't matter. It could be anything and we can't tell. Does that make it a real UFO? No. Why? Because we didn't see it move. And just because we didn't see it move, does that mean it's not a UFO? No. Because now, in this day and age, we need better evidence than just saying, there we go, UFO. Just because you say it doesn't make it. That's not how it works. And if the camera would have been still, we would be able to see if this was moving. We would be able to see if it was moving. Basically, yeah, we can't tell anything because the person with the camera is moving too much. It looks like it's going along with it, which makes me think it's going the same speed because it's probably from wherever they're at, whatever they're doing. Is it an ice crystal? I don't know. Is it a piece of the ship that they're on? I don't know. But it's going the same speed. Oh, where'd these come from? Look at this. I never saw those dots before. Oh, great editing skills, by the way, to put it out of frame. Very, very good. It doesn't get any better than that, kids. So there's two. Okay, so let's say there's two, because there obviously is two. You can barely see. But I think it's nothing. Dots have to make maneuvers that are unbelievable and unhuman-like for me, and it should be for you, to say that that is a legitimate UFO alien technology / new technology / reverse engineered technology / found technology / we don't know. Andrea Coran throwing it down at this time of night. $5. We just round up here at Goof On because that's how we are. It's a super dono, $5. Andrea Coran, a continuing supporter of Goof On. And we thank you very much. That's a super dono. Yeah, it's pure love. Pure love. I don't think I get pure love at this hour that much, and I need it. I do. Thank you very much, Andrea. No, the love I just need, you know. Mucho. Oh, no more muchos. I don't do that anymore. Yeah, we're growing up here at Goof On. Very slowly, but we're growing up. Yes, now that I'm going to be sick in March, March 10th, we need to start acting like we're years old, you know. I'm always going to be 18 in my mind because I'm an immature single white male who has all the privileges of you and everybody else. I don't have any extra special privileges, except YouTube takes away a lot of my freedom and a lot of what we say here. We all saw it in January when YouTube allowed us to be viral. We had over 120,000 views. That's 4 times more than we usually have. And what happened now? Back to normal, back to barely making it to 1,000. It's okay, though. It's okay. I don't care anymore. I don't care. No, because you can't win. You know, you just can't. You can't. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And that's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And if you see ads popping up during the live show, it won't last forever. Let's just say that. Maybe a couple months we'll have ads. All right, let's move along. I forgot to put them on this show, but I just turned them on, so you may start seeing them. I don't know. But let's see. This is really interesting. Is the real reason... Look at this on Reddit. After I did my show yesterday, which is almost the same thing, is the real reason for the UFO cover-up dark truth about aliens? Oh, I see what they're doing. I wonder why I'm having this problem with Reddit. I can't download any. There it is. I have to do it twice, sometimes 3 times. This person says, I've recently come across this article written by ex-CIA John Lear in '88 on the sacred text websites and found it interesting regarding the phenomenon and why he thinks there is a cover-up. You know, I may go into that. I may do a show on that. This is interesting. One of the parts that stood out for me, he says, was regarding the UFO that was too big to be transported, so it had to be buried, which goes along with what Rose Cuckold has been saying regarding the recent UFO disclosure. There is quite a lot of interesting information on the dark truth, why they are here, and the reason for disclosure and the cover-up. First of all, John Lear was talking about Arizona, when they built a dam over the UFO. John Lear, I believe, was from Arizona, right? I think that's why he focused on it. Didn't he live in Arizona? I'm almost certain he did. Maybe it's California. But anyway, he was talking about that, and possibly Kingman, Arizona, where there was a sighting that happened, I believe, in '69, right on the border of Vegas and Arizona. And they covered it up. It's too far out in the middle of nowhere. So they just built shit over it. Same with the one I did a story on, Dreamy Draw Ranch. I can't believe I just said that. Dreamy Draw Dam. Maybe it is a ranch now. No. And I remember I went there about 5 years ago. Yeah, when I first started the channel and did a little report. Because they say that's where a UFO crashed and was buried. And when there was a guy who investigated it and said, the reason the dam is there, it's not because of a UFO couldn't be removed. It's because they had extra money in the state funds, and if they didn't spend them, it would get allocated to somewhere else. So they took the remaining $125,000, I think it was, or something, and they built the dam where there's no water, which is very strange. Like, there has never been a flood there. There can't be a flood there the way everything's designed. I live there. I know. It's so ridiculous. There's no water to back up there. There's no water for 40 miles. So it is really silly. They built a dam in the middle of nowhere on the side of a mountain, which was really across the street from Sylvester Stallone's home. Yeah. I flew my drone up to Stallone's home. Yeah. I think I showed you guys that video, right? On the mountain. Yeah. Well, anyway, so the fact that UFOs crashed and they were in places where they, listen to this, they built a dam over it because they couldn't move it. Yet they could bring in all the equipment to build a dam. Where's the logic in this? You know, I don't understand. Just dig around the UFO and yank it out of there. Wise. They had the machinery. That crash at the Dreamy Draw, I believe, was in 49. I can't remember. But it was a while ago. Pretty cool, though. Arizona had a few crashes. Yeah. Yeah, they crash all over the place because they're us. It's us. We're drinking and driving, man. Drinking and driving. Gary Nolan is defeated. No, I read that wrong. Gary Nolan is undefeated. Huh? Dr. Gary Nolan suggests that it's possible that some people suffering from schizophrenia could be experiencing something real. You know who would say that? Schizophrenia. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's just bizarre. On X, it looks like the X platform is dismantling itself and then putting itself back together. So I lose the two sides, and then I lose the relevant people, and then it all flashes back to normal. Then I'll lose the home, I'll lose the side, and then it keeps doing this pattern. It's weird. Let me see if it does it on this side. It's not doing it on this monitor. What a weird, weird thing. All right, I'm going to play this 32-second clip for the halibut. Gary Nolan, everybody, just talking. How does that?
Both.
Look, he's got that claw that they used with Ryan or UFO Jesus. Same claw hand.
Autism and schizophrenics, because this area of the brain in both autism and schizophrenia can be damaged. But if you think a little bit about it, you know, schizophrenics hear things and see things that nobody else sees.
Yes.
Oh.
So are they all crazy?
Well, that goes into the transmission theory. I think schizophrenics just, it's like a transmitter being broken or oscillating between different
They can't turn it
frequencies.
off.
Can't turn it off.
Oh, that would suck. That would suck. Ooh. So let me ask you this. God. Could schizophrenia not be something that's detriment to somebody's health, but it is until you learn about it? Maybe it's tapping into, like they're saying, a frequency that we don't have control over. And sometimes we hear things, voices perhaps, that are real to us because our brain's picking up these other realities, vibrations, whatever you want to call it, dimensions. That's very wild to think. Can you imagine? You're not schizophrenic, but your brain is misfiring. It's throwing out a vibration or energy that's tapping into another reality, and you're hearing conversations. And maybe they can hear you, and they're just as surprised on the other side. Oh, that's so wild to me. I never even thought of it that way. All right. That is just nuts. It's just nuts. Perfect. That to me is very interesting. See, that's something I would love to look into and wish I had a way to experiment myself other than with myself. How do you do that? Now, you have to find somebody who's got the gift of hearing things. And then they'd have to be hooked up to all these electrodes and brain things and neurologics. And see, there's a new word, neurologics, because it's the study of brain. I'm not saying neurology now. I'm saying neurologics. Why not? They got biologics. They got What's the other one I forgot that they just used? Forget it. All right, here we go. I'm supposed to read this. Did I read this already? Oh, I read this yesterday. Why is it here? Must read this truth. March 13th. Remember the flying saucers. For what it may be worth, the armed services won't talk about them anymore. Any information? This is from years ago, 1949. For what it may be worth, the armed services won't talk about them anymore. Any information on investigations of reports concerning them is now classified, along with information on atomic bombs and guided missiles. Few here know what to make of this, if anything, and they, of course, won't talk. Some well-connected persons have concluded, although without any real information, that it's just possible something entirely new in aerial locomotion may have been developed in either this or some other country. That's our government saying that it's possible there's new technology that was developed either in our country or some other. So you don't know what's being developed in your own country? I can't believe that was even put out in the newspaper. That's unreal to me. He just admitted it without admitting it. It's probably us. It's so stupid. Oh, that's how they do it. That's how you let the public know that it's real without telling. And they've been doing that the whole time. Why do you think they took back the Roswell thing? We have a disc. We captured a UFO, right? Why do you think after a day they took back that we have off-world vehicles? Why do you think they took that out? Because they told us without telling us, even though they told us. Then they try to take it back. That's them telling us the truth. So I know, and I feel this in my being, that we do have some, I don't know if it's off-world technology, but we have technology. Obviously, we don't understand it. Where they got it? I don't know. They say crashes. I say they found a pile of them. I think they found an entrance to a room or a cave underground where there may have been 30, 40, or 50 of these things buried. I really believe it could be 9. It could be the 9 things that Bob Lazar was talking about. But I think they found a treasure trove of technology that they have no idea where it came from, but they know that it came, and it's here. And we've been chipping away at it since. How long ago? Long time. I don't know. Maybe it could have been the Roswell thing. I don't know. Could have started with that. Maybe a beacon of energy started going off somewhere, and our sensors picked it up when that UFO or UFOs crashed in the Southwest desert. Maybe there was a distress beacon that was tipped off. I don't know. Nobody knows. Well, people know, but we will never know. No, I can't say we will never know. I don't know. All right, I got to show this. It says, can we please just talk about the science and the technology, which has been suppressed for decades, please? This is all stupid, unnecessary drama, says Jeremy Riss from Alien Scientist. Let me see. He says there is enough. All right, scientific evidence. This just turned off on me. There is ample scientific evidence, enough to keep academics busy for the next year or two. I'm looking. I thought there was something else with this. I think I was just reading that. Yeah, he's right, though. He's right. Keep the drama out of it. Okay, we're trying. But sometimes I just gotta say stuff. I can't. Can I show you something really strange? Do you guys, like a lot of you are close to my age, remember mosh pits? Remember? I have never seen a mosh pit like this. This is the snowflake mosh pit. These are people trying to act like they're angry. Because that's what the mosh pit was all about. And you go in there and you hit people and you belly and you're throwing elbows and you're having a good time doing it. I did it once. That was enough. That was enough. I went deaf for like a week. I got punched in the ear so hard. Cold clocked. Never again. That was sucks, but that's what it is. Survival of the fittest. I didn't survive. I'm out. I can never go back in a mosh pit again. That's how you do it. Well, for that concert. So with that being said, we advance it 35 years into today's mosh pit crowd. They have no clue what they're doing. Oh, wait, I can't play the music. So I have to mute it. So I will give you my music instead because it'll work. Ready? Go. Very wrong. Am I right? It was just wrong. Everything about that was just wrong. What is this? I don't know what that guy was doing. That looked nothing. And the people who did those when we were doing them, I mean, they looked like they wanted to kill. These people look like they wanted to knit you a sock, you know? That's funny to me. I don't know. Times have changed so much. Scary. How and wise. Oh, is it that? Okay, yeah, it's that time. I almost forgot. I can't believe I just forgot. Third phase of moon? They got a new video? Yay! Oh, wow. I like that thumbnail, man. They're the ones that showed me how to make thumbnails. And then I modified it my way. And they really know how to do it, though. When they put their mind on the thumbnail, man, watch out. And this is the best thumbnail. I don't know. It's very good. See? It's classic. Classic thumbnail. All right. Best UFO videos of January. Oh, that's right. It's the end of the month. Oh, wait. It's not out yet. That's appearing tonight at 3 a.m. Right? Oh, okay. So it's not out yet. Oh, okay. It's coming out later. Third phase of moon. How did I do that? Beep. So let's go here. Let's try this. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I know we used to know. And I'm dreaming of you. And I will show you the goods. All right. So, Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal put together a free documentary about the MONTAUK project. It has pretty much gone viral for ufology. It's got over 16,000 views. 12 days ago it came out. What a really, really good documentary, which I haven't shared yet. And I wanted to do that tonight for as long as I want. No, I'm just kidding. For a couple of minutes because it's really good. And I think you guys, if you haven't seen it, here's a little piece. We'll take a look. Should we start at the beginning? I guess that's a good place, yeah? Yeah, if I get a copyright claim, oh, that's right. Michael, will I get a copyright claim on this? I shouldn't, right? Because you didn't. Yeah. The MONTAUK project was an empirical series of experiments conducted by the United States Air Force at Camp Hero, beginning around 1961. Located strategically at the eastern tip of Long Island, New York, the majority of the project was performed deep underground. Comprised of 3 distinct efforts known as Phoenix 1, 2, and 3, those involved either perpetrated or were subject to various explorations into mind control, MK-Ultra programming, Luciferian rituals, ultra-violence, timeline manipulation, and time travel. Methods to achieve certain goals within the project were horrific, with an estimated 1% to 2% of the victims surviving the ordeal. It has been estimated that well over 300,000 children were abducted, involuntarily indoctrinated, or forfeited by family to participate in the nefarious research. Through much loss and tragedy, the MONTAUK project was terminated in August of 1983, assumed to have been relocated at Brookhaven National Labs in Long Island, New York. There are many who claim the project is still active to this day. Healing for the victims has been an arduous journey, as rising challenges are to be met with compassion, empathy, and reconciliation. This is the Lost Souls, the MONTAUK. I guess I said that wrong. The MONTAUK project continues to this day. Starting now. And now. Well, that's all I can show you, so, no, I'm kidding.
I mean, they had down there a sort of, what we would know today, like sort of like a hadron collider, in order to create the time-space continuum disruption that they needed to connect with other dimensions.
This is a delta T antenna. How do you make a delta T antenna? It's easy.
Well, Jimmy Payne, I think he said there's like 26 sub-projects under Project Phoenix, and it's my belief many of them are still active.
Our ages have been messed with quite a bit, both regressed and progressed. So we've been reverse aged and we've been artificially aged as well, going both directions.
That was also on site. So you already have numerous buildings with undergrounds, and all of the places that they say do not have an underground, like even a basement, they deny anything. They actually say like the radar is just sitting on the dirt with no basement at all.
Here it is in 1990 when I meet Preston Nichols in Long Island, and he is giving a lecture, and I'm there to meet him because he's a prolific inventor. I don't know anything about his detail or his life or about his time travel adventures or alleged time travel adventures, and I listen to this story that he's talking. He's on a panel discussion with some other people. And there's other people there who were involved in his life and his time travel projects.
All time coexists, and it's possible to go from point A to point B if you can find the path to go directly from. Some people believe it's taking the linear timeline, bending it over next to each other, and creating a wormhole or a punch through from time A to time B.
But basically he was talking about a whole implant station at Montauk, New York, which is at the eastern end of Long Island, also known as Camp Hero, an old military installation, including it was an Air Force station. So he's talking about using electronics to control minds, and then also using it to open up abilities to control minds and to amplify the mental transmissions of an individual in what they call the Montauk chair, so as to change space and time. So what he was saying was a modern day implant station that was in direct harmony with what L. Ron Hubbard described in more abstract terms in the 1950s. And here it was, not on a planet in outer space somewhere, as Hubbard discussed or alluded to, but it was right here on planet Earth. And they were also controlling time. And it was such a compelling story to me. I wanted to know more about it. I said, is there a book on this? And no, there was not a book. And I staked out those lectures that he would give twice a month for about 6 months before I decided it was okay for me to collaborate with him and write a book on this subject, which was quite an adventure in itself.
And thus, the story of the Montauk Project was thrust into the minds of the general public. Prior to the release of the Montauk Project Experiments in Time, one would need to attend a lecture led by Preston Nichols, the chief engineer of Phoenix 1, 2, and 3, to garner any knowledge involving this nefarious undertaking by the Air Force and some outer faction of a shadow government. Today, the original whistleblowers have passed, leaving us with far more questions than answers. We turn our attention to the survivors of this project, some claiming to continue to serve unwillingly in subsequent endeavors, and others recalling their participation in the original location at Camp Hero in Montauk. Though trauma from these experiences will always be addressed, we are at a point where healing is now possible for those who had no choice but to be indoctrinated and endure such a hellish experience.
Wow, I hit the wrong button. Thank you for watching that with me. I didn't realize 6.5 minutes went by that fast. I only wanted to do 5. But that is 1 hour and 43 minutes and 17 seconds of new Montauk stuff that I think you'll enjoy. And the link is pinned at the top of this chat and will remain there for those who watch afterwards. If you want to, I'll put the link in the description of the show as well, so it's easy to find. That is, excuse me, The Lost Souls of Montauk from Dark Hour Paranormal. Capiche? That's it for tonight. It was fun. Had a good night. I'm sorry we started later, but my fault. And I thank those who came by. And the others will have to watch later. All right, we will be back tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Thursday's a great day to do a show. So we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you, everybody. Moderators, super chatters, thank you for the support. Let me make sure I didn't forget anybody. Got it. And newcomers, thank you for hanging out. And the veterans, keeping it smooth in that chat, I hope. Thank you very much for hanging out. And we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, we do it here every night at 7 p.m. I know I'm going on because we do truthology for ufology. Oh, for you. For you. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Got about 1 hour and a minute left. And then I'll see you guys mañana. Alien bless.